You are on top of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest skyscraper. Below you, Dubai glitters like a golden mirage in the desert. But that light is about to go out. What is about to happen will change this city forever, and no one seems to want to admit it. This is the story of how the most ambitious artificial paradise ever built by man is collapsing under the weight of its own promises. The desert mirage that conquered the world. 30 years ago, Dubai was little more than a fishing village surrounded by endless dunes. Today, it has become the symbol of extreme luxury, impossible architecture, and rampant wealth. But how could all this have happened in such a short time? The answer is as simple as it is unsettling. A mad vision and billions of dollars invested to create something out of nothing that shouldn't exist. Dubai has transformed one of the most inhospitable places on Earth into a playground for billionaires, influencers, and tourists seeking experiences beyond all limits. Artificial palm-shaped islands, indoor ski slopes in the desert, hotels that cost $1,000 a night, luxury cars parked as if they were bicycles. Everything here screams excess. Everything defies logic. But is there a price to pay for all this lavishness? The answer will leave you speechless. The dark side of the Sin City. Behind the glittering facades and dazzling shopping malls lies a reality few know. Dubai was literally built on the backs of millions of migrant workers, mainly from India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. These men and women live in conditions that many would call inhumane. They sleep in metal containers that reach unbearable temperatures in the summer. They work 12, 14, 16 hours a day under the ruthless desert sun. Their passports are often confiscated by the companies that hire them, effectively turning them into prisoners. They earn just a few dollars a day while building skyscrapers where a single night costs more than their annual salary. This is the truth the glossy brochures will never show you. But something even more concerning is emerging right now. The fall of Dubai. The end has come. Experts have been whispering it for months, but the signs are now too obvious to ignore. Dubai is facing an unprecedented crisis that threatens the very foundations of its existence. The dependence on oil, which was supposed to be overcome years ago, still remains problematic. Public debt has grown exponentially. Entire districts of skyscrapers remain empty, ghost monuments to an ambition that exceeded real demand. The artificial islands, those engineering marvels that were supposed to last centuries, are literally sinking into the ocean. Climate change is making temperatures even more extreme, to the point that some scientists predict that within a few decades, the city could become physically uninhabitable during the summer months. But the hardest blow might come from where no one expects it. The economic system built on fragile balances. Dubai's economy operates under rules that defy all traditional logic. There is no personal income tax. Companies enjoy tax advantages that are unparalleled in the world. This has attracted thousands of entrepreneurs, offshore companies, and questionable figures who have found a safe haven here from the scrutiny of their home countries. Money flows freely, perhaps too freely. But what happens when this house of cards starts to wobble? Foreign investors are already beginning to look elsewhere. Fariana projects are being frozen one after another. The real estate sector, which was the beating heart of the economy, is showing increasingly clear signs of strain. Luxury apartments that once sold in a few hours now remain unsold for months. And while all this is happening, there's an even more shocking secret that no one wants to openly address: the environmental unsustainability of an artificial dream. Dubai consumes more water and energy per capita than almost any other city in the world. Every drop of water that comes out of the taps comes from desalination plants that devour monstrous amounts of electricity. Air conditioning runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to make buildings designed more to impress than to operate efficiently livable. The surrounding desert is constantly pushed back with continuous irrigation that drains precious resources. Scientists have calculated that Dubai's ecological footprint is among the highest on the planet. This city is literally burning the future to maintain the present. But how long can all this last? The answer comes from recent studies that paint an apocalyptic scenario, the climate point of no return. Some researchers have raised a chilling alarm. By 2050, Dubai could become one of the first major modern cities to be abandoned due to extreme climatic conditions. Summer temperatures are already hitting 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius, in shade. Humidity combined with heat creates what scientists call the wet bulb temperature, a condition where the human body can no longer cool itself through sweating. Past a certain threshold, being outdoors becomes lethal, even for perfectly healthy people. Some neighborhoods are already experiencing these conditions for brief periods. What will happen when they become the norm for weeks or months on end? Air conditioning can save those indoors, but the outdoor workers, the ones who keep the city running, what will become of them? The housing bubble that no one wants to see. Look at the numbers and you'll realize something terrifying. Dubai has built more square footage of residential and commercial space than it can realistically occupy. Entire skyscrapers glow at night only because the lights have been left on to give the illusion that they are inhabited. Residential areas designed for thousands of families house just a few hundred residents. Shopping malls, once crowded with tourists and shoppers, are showing increasingly long lines of stores with their shutters down. Investors who bought properties hoping for guaranteed returns are now stuck with assets that lose value month after month. Some have compared the situation to the one that preceded the financial crisis of 2008. But some argue it could be even worse. The social cost of unsustainable growth. Dubai boasts of being a multicultural city where more than 200 nationalities coexist. The truth is more complex and much less glamorous. Society is divided into rigid, yet invisible castes. At the top are the Emirati citizens, a privileged minority who enjoy social benefits unthinkable elsewhere. Then come the Western expats with generous contracts and fairy tale lifestyles. Below them, the emerging middle class made up of professionals from all over the world. And finally, at the base of the pyramid, millions of workers who will never see the inside of the luxury hotels they clean or the Michelin-starred restaurants they serve in. This extreme inequality creates social tensions that are kept in check with severe laws and extensive surveillance. But how long can such a system hold up? The shocking truth behind the Sin City. It's time to say it clearly. Dubai represents everything that is unsustainable in our contemporary development model. It is a city built on the illusion that money can buy anything, even defying the laws of nature and economics. But nature accepts no compromises, and the economy always eventually presents the bill. The cracks in the system are evident to anyone who wants to see them. The point is not if Dubai will fall, but when and how. Some believe the city can reinvent itself once again, find new sources of income, adapt to climate challenges, and solve social injustices. Others are convinced that we are already past the point of no return. The truth probably lies in the middle, but one thing is certain. The Dubai model, the one that was sold to the world as the future of urbanization, is showing all its fragilities. Lessons from an extreme experiment. What can we learn from all this? Dubai shows us the limits of human ambition when it is not balanced by sustainability and social justice. It reminds us that you cannot build a paradise by ignoring the environmental and human consequences of your choices. Every great city in the world should look at Dubai not as a model to imitate, but as a warning of what happens when growth becomes an end in itself. Extreme luxury loses meaning when it is built on the suffering of others. The world's tallest skyscrapers are worthless if the planet that sustains them is destroyed in the process. Dubai is a mirror reflecting our excesses, our contradictions, our collective mistakes. And now that golden mirage in the desert is slowly fading, leaving behind difficult questions that we must answer. And now, tell us what you think. What city or country are you watching this video from? What are your thoughts on Dubai and its future? Do you believe it can reinvent itself? Or are we truly at the end of an era? Write it in the comments below. We really want to hear your opinion. And if this video opened your eyes to a reality you didn't know, hit the subscribe button and the like button. It's completely free, but it helps us a lot to grow the channel. and keep bringing you content like this. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your support. And don't forget to click on one of the recommended videos you see on the screen to discover other incredible facts that will change the way you see the world.